Also want to talk about the continued propaganda by the Democratic Party that the Russians are behind every evil. My sources tell me Nancy Pelosi is missing a banana, and they're opening an investigation into whether Putin stole it. So more propaganda from the Democratic Party as far as the Russians came out recently. Russian intelligence agencies are trying to interfere with the U.S. presidential election, the top Democrats on the Intelligence Committee said Thursday. The lawmakers, part of the so-called Gang of Eight, members of Congress who were briefed on nearly all the nation's intelligence secrets, went further than President Barack Obama has been willing in engaging the question of Russian hacking into American political organizations. Based on briefings we have received, we have concluded that the Russian intelligence agencies are making a serious and concerted effort to influence the U.S. election, Senator Dianne Feinstein, vice chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and Congressman Adam Schiff, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, said in a statement. Dianne Feinstein, never seen a war she doesn't like, never seen, she's very big onto surveillance and all this business. So, continued. At the least, this effort is intended to sow doubt about the security of our election and may well be intended to influence the outcomes of the election. We can see no other rationale for the behavior of the Russians. They added that they believe the orders for the Russian intelligence agencies to conduct such actions could come only from very senior levels of the Russian government. The statement goes further than anything Obama or U.S. intelligence officials have been willing to say about hacks into the Democratic National Committee, state election systems, and other entities that U.S. intelligence agencies concluded were carried out by Russian spies. One reason the U.S. has not made the same accusation is that American agencies have not determined conclusively that Russian intelligence leaked DNC emails to WikiLeaks, which then made them public. It is one thing to steal information. Russian, Chinese, and American cyber spies routinely hack into adversary political organizations for spying purposes. The leaks designed to embarrass the Democrats would cross a line, several officials have said. So, basically, it's like repeat the lie, repeat the lie, repeat the lie until people, believe it. That's a very common political tactic. But nobody has come out with proof other than, well, we've read classified briefings, so we can't tell you what we know, but we know that it's the Russians. First of all, why would Vladimir Putin care whether Hillary Clinton is the president or Donald Trump is the president? Does anybody think that Vladimir Putin is going to, change what Vladimir Putin does if Donald Trump is the president or if Hillary Clinton is the president? No. So that's number one. But more importantly, when is the standard of journalism? Because media, cable news, pushes this out as fact. They've had Democratic lawmakers on to push this propaganda with little pushback. When is the standard just politicians tell us it's so that means it's so? If anything, where I come from, that's proof it's not so. There's zero proof that Russia hacked anything. There's zero proof that they even have the capabilities to do what they're saying has been done. Frankly, I know some hackers in a basement in Brooklyn who might have the ability to do what they're claiming Russia did, and there's been no talk about maybe this is a tactic to re-evoke that Cold War hysteria into older Americans or people above 40 that might then go towards Hillary Clinton's campaign out of fear that it's not just ISIS we have to worry about, it's those damn Russians. It's shocking. Another thing that really I find curious, where were all of these, hysterical ranking members of the Intelligence Committee? Where were all these people when 126,000 people got purged off the rolls in New York? Or there were voting lines for 6 hours in Arizona because all these Democrats were conspicuously changed to independents or non-affiliated. Or California was having misguided mailers going out, muddying the waters on whether you could vote or not, what your party affiliation is. I mean, I could go on and on. We saw stuff in Pennsylvania. We saw stuff in Florida. We probably saw stuff in every single state that you guys are from. So where was all this hysteria when it was actually hurting Bernie Sanders and helping Hillary Clinton? Did Vladimir Putin have something to do with that too? I'm curious. There was no hysteria because it didn't negatively affect them. None of their emails showing corruption were leaked. I don't remember any of this. All I remember is CNN burying that news MSNBC bearing that news, the New York Times bearing that news, all the chattering class, all the cocktail circuit burying the news of voter suppression, voter fraud going on rampant around America. So I don't remember this worry about the integrity of our elections and the possibility that our elections would be altered when it was helping a pro-establishment corporate insider like Hillary Clinton and hurting an insurgent that essentially took all of you on. I don't recall that. If you guys have the videotape, please send it to me. I will go on and apologize. So I'm tired of hearing about Russian propaganda. And also, as a journalist, it really bothers me because you can't keep putting out, lawmakers to keep pushing this nonsense without any evidence. It's not just that it's dangerous, but it's propaganda. It's actually what countries like Russia are known for, using media to push their propaganda, and that's what our media is doing. Walter says, "How dare Jordan speak the truth? He sounds sexist." Guilty as charged. I'm a sexist for speaking the truth. This is Russian tactics to keep pushing and pushing. Now, if I'm wrong and there's classified information or there's hard evidence that there has been Russian ties to cybersecurity hacking our Democratic National Committee files or anything else, I'll be happy to say I'm wrong. But first of all, that doesn't change what was found in the leaks, and people need to answer for that. It just shows, okay, we have a problem with our cybersecurity, and we need to ramp that up, whether it's Russia or a bunch of teenagers in a basement in Brooklyn. So you could look at two problems at once. Now, Jason Biggs, isn't voter fraud a crime? Why isn't anyone in the DNC being charged? Because the voter fraud helped Hillary Clinton. That's why nobody's being charged. In America, you're innocent until proven guilty. But if you are guilty, we'll let you go as long as it helps the establishment. That's kind of the new policy. Now, I'm sure more stuff will come out the Russians, but as much as cable news is, biting and excited, all you see is this hysteria. Oh, 3 days away from the debate. What's Donald Trump doing? What's Hillary Clinton eating? What are they doing to prepare? Very silent on the possibility that in 2 days and 3 days, Julian Assange just said he has something big on Hillary Clinton, and he's going to drop it at the worst time possible. Other than a few days before the election, I can't really think of a less opportune time for Julian Assange and WikiLeaks to release damaging things about Hillary Clinton than Sunday night, Monday morning, night before, or morning of the debate. So everybody, I'm not trying to get, goose your egg or get you excited, but people should pay attention because there's a possibility you'll see something in the next few days from WikiLeaks. Julian Assange is not known as someone who's just huffing and puffing. When he huffs, there's usually more than puff coming out.